And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It is Monday morning. This will be the last Monday of August. Today is the 28th as we head toward the 1st on Friday. Whew, it's flying by, isn't it? Don't be alarmed. There's reports all over of stuff falling from the sky, and no one's sure what it is anymore. Let's go to Meridian Honda Radar for you to take a look at what we've got this morning. We do have showers that are falling, and this will basically follow Highway 45 from Shibuya due north to Quitman, right up to the Meridian area, up toward the Macon area. Let's zoom in on this a little bit closer here as you get into northern Lauderdale County here. It's just to the west of 45 over to 39. As we turn on the locations, that heavier rain at NAS Meridian this morning, even taking in just a little bit there east of Blackwater Baptist Church over to Kemper Springs Volunteer Fire Department. Now, as we get in here on 45, as I mentioned it several times, you'll see that this is east of Sam's Club. All of this out to the Russell area there at the school. Rainbow Lake's getting wet, even out at the Ag Center. As we come down, we'll see there Greg's Fireworks, and over here to the Long Creek Ball Field showers. All around here, Mathis Produce. But it's good to see a little bit of rain. Of course, today, during the daytime, we'll have a 40% chance of showers, and then a chance of severe weather that will fall between noon and 9 p.m. tonight. As dark 30 arrives, that rain increase will jump to a 70%. So we're going to get a little bit. We're happy to see that. Hopefully it will ease the burn, this dry weather that we've got. Boy, we need it, don't we? We certainly do. A big show planned at 7 o'clock. I hope you'll join us. And later in the week, don't forget, we're going to have the governor of the great state of Mississippi dropping by. He'll be here on Thursday for an interview. I hope you'll join us. We'll put out more information on that as Tate Reeves joins us to talk about what's going on in the state and what lies around us. It ought to be interesting, Tate. Let's go out to Collinsville now. Let's get a good word from the man up. Here's Brother Ben.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Did you know that that song is more than just a Christmas song? In fact, some would argue that it's not really a Christmas song at all, looking to Christ's first coming in the manger, but rather a coronation song looking to Christ's second coming to the throne. Well, as we turn to Romans 8, my mind particularly goes to the third verse of that song. No more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow, far as the curse is found. You see, the world right now is under the curse of God brought on by Adam's sin in Genesis 3. God told Adam, "Cursed is the ground because of you. In pain you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, till you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken. For you are dust, and to dust you shall return." And here in Romans 8, we learn that not only do we as human beings groan and long for the coming of Jesus Christ, which will bring the full redemption of our bodies and the complete eradication of sin, so is creation itself. Creation eagerly awaits our full redemption at the second coming of Jesus Christ, that it too can fully be redeemed and set free from the bondage of the curse of corruption. It groans like that 9-month pregnant woman who longs for her baby to soon be born so that she might have some relief. And relief is indeed coming when we see Jesus come again. Joy of the world, the Lord is come, and that relief will be felt as far as the curse is found. Come quickly, Lord Jesus. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Big thank you to Brother Ben. They'll have church services coming up Wednesday afternoon. Hope you can make it by for that. We'll touch base on the forecast as Florida gets ready for a Cat 3 to come ashore on Wednesday. Pretty serious storm as it moves to the east there. We'll watch this closely and also update this. We'll have more information on it here in a few moments as we get deeper into the forecast. All the way from Sykeston, Missouri, we welcome Sandra. How are you this morning? Good to see you there. Also, Philadelphia, Terry Ray joins us. Denny Bryan, good morning. Also, Gene Ulmer, so good to see so many of you. Now, as we begin today, let's go over a few things that's happening and shaping our headlines across America. Tyson Foods, and y'all familiar with who I'm talking about? They do a lot of meat. Missouri, Indiana, Arkansas, and Virginia. 4,600 workers are going to be without jobs as they close plants. We hate to see this. 4,600 Americans without jobs. That's tough there. As we look around, let's see, we have tragedy. U.S. Marines. 3 U.S. Marines have been killed during an Australian training exercise. We send condolences to our boys, to their families. Heartbreaking, heartbreaking. And I pause as you see me stumble. I sometimes don't find the words to what I want to say. As we know, there's a controversy in the United States of abortion, or you're for it. You can no longer say that most Americans are for anything. It's hard to put a pulse on. I know in the Deep South we don't believe in abortions. We believe in good Lord above, and that child should have a chance at life. And as I go to this story, I'm not sure how to word it, but there's a group that has been put together. It's pilots, people that fly airplanes. About 350 of them that donate their time to fly people to states that can have abortions. Now, I look back toward the camera on that. It disturbs me. Maybe it doesn't you, but it does me. 350 of them. You do the mathematics on that of how many people they can carry and how that could turn out. They try to stop killers from being killed in prison, but allow children to be killed. That's where I have my problem. Just something to think on there. Do y'all remember the trans teacher? It is almost worth throwing the camera on Odie over this one. And when I say the trans teacher, let me just remind you of this. This was the teacher that stopped school. This is, in my opinion, biologically a man who went and purchased something. I'm not sure what they were. He has left a school and gone to another school. It disrupts school with this. If you've forgotten what I'm talking about, let me show you the picture. We go to Daily Mail. That, my friends, is a teacher in a high school somewhere in America. I would say we've got problems in America. How about y'all? Florida has declared a state of emergency as we get ready for the Cat 3. We're expecting 115-mile-an-hour winds as it comes in. We'll look at the maps on this when we get into the weather forecast here in a moment. Ron DeSantis was booed off stage. I'm not sure if everybody's seen this. There was a shooting in Florida over the weekend at a Dollar General. 3 people were killed. He went to give a speech. He was booed. It's tragedy no matter how you look at this. And I understand, I'll have to get Greg's opinion on this. I understand that there's people who can't have children and people that donate to agencies for children, for people to have children. Does that make sense? Y'all know where I'm trying to be very politically correct on this. Well, this man, he gave 96 times. He is now trying to track down the 96 children that he had to quit his job to chase them all down. That's going to be one big Christmas. I'm going to go on to the weather. We'll be right back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Chris Bullock, Republican candidate for District 1 Supervisor. My proven record of experience includes running my family's business, Caters Market, serving our community, and supporting our schools and law enforcement. I was born, raised, baptized, and married here in Lauderdale County, and I'm prepared and dedicated to serving you. I humbly ask for your prayers and your vote in the Tuesday, August 29th runoff. Thank you again for your support. Vote Chris Bullock.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
And welcome back as we go to take a look at the forecast today. And we go back on our record lows and record highs. It was 2000 that we had 103. Ooh, we'll get close to it today. We'll look at your forecast here in just a moment. But definitely a hot day that was. As we go back to 1952, look at that. That was our low that we had on that day. It turned out to be 56 for the low. Chilly. As we look to today, we're looking for 95 to 96 in Meridian. The further south you go, the heavier the rain could be. Not bad. 90 in Columbus as we go west from there. 88 in Eupora. Hadn't seen 80s in quite a while. Down around Natchez, we're looking for 93. As we go into Bamaland, it's pretty much the same as the Meridian forecast, around 95. Tuscaloosa 94, Birmingham even 90, 91 over at Anniston. As we take a look at this dangerous wildfire conditions, and we'll have Greg Chatham in just a little bit. He's going to talk to us about wildfires, what they can do. Worked with the Mississippi Forestry Commission for quite some time. Got a little experience. Do not burn. I know there's going to be a little rain today, but don't take that as I can go out and do something. Heat stress still continues today. Now, as we look at this, 105 is what we're expecting in the Meridian area. The further south that you go, right about Pachuta, southward, on down toward Wayne County, we're going to get into 110 on that heat index side. This will go from 10 a.m. to about 8 p.m. tonight. As we look at the severe risk, now this will fall between noon and 9 p.m. for the worst of weather that we're going to have. Damaging wind gusts of about 60 miles an hour. Severe storms are possible. We'll be here behind the scenes guiding you through it one way or another. And as we look at Bama, same exact forecast as we see that it's a level 1 across the state of Alabama as well. Look at this. No break in the heat, is it? No, that's hot. Whew. We even got it worse there in northern Texas. It comes across, and that will affect Mississippi. Don't give up on us. We ain't through with the hot weather just yet. As we look at our forecast, let's look at that 7-day. 94 today to 95 as we'll look at tomorrow and Wednesday. A little bit cooler because of this rain as it comes through. We're going to have 88 tomorrow and 88 on Wednesday before temperatures start climbing back up toward the weekend. 60% chance of rain tomorrow. Now we have a 40% chance of rain during the daytime, increasing right there with these storms to 70% late in the afternoon. 60% tomorrow, 30% on Wednesday, and then we're back to kind of normal with those rain chances there. As we go another week into the month, we'll start to see those mid-90s, upper 90s, as we'll see this all the way through September the 11th. Can you believe we're saying September already? Santa Claus is coming, y'all. Y'all be prepared. As we look at the National Hurricane Center this morning, here's what we have coming up, and this is going to turn and go through Florida right here by Wednesday. We're looking at 115 miles an hour as it comes ashore. Now, Franklin, not bothering anybody at this point as it curves out, but moving along at 115 miles an hour this morning with 956 millibars, 989 on Edelata. That's what we've got there. As we look at the fishing forecast, major time today is going to be around 10:30 till, 12:30. You'll have another chance after dark around 11 o'clock tonight if you go fishing in the dark, so to speak. A lot of you do. Jerry tells us a little bit of rain in Shibuya. I came through there just the other day. Oh, good morning. Odie's still sleeping. No, actually, Odie's sitting over here. He has made it in, y'all. He's getting a thumbs up over there. Let's see what else we got. Mary, good morning to you. Jeremiah, good to see you also there. Bree, morning to you. Miss Joan joins us there. Also Pat and Jim Coker, Lamar Embry. I see so many of you. Miss LaWanda, Dot, how are y'all? Kathy Spence. Now that's where we are on the forecast. Right now we're sitting at 76 as we wait for that high. We're somewhere around 95. Again, don't be alarmed. It's a little bit of wet stuff out there. We're going to get deep into all this. Angie, telling us that there's rain in Clarkdale. Whew. Most of all, y'all be careful. We have wrecks every time. We've already had one wreck this morning. I-20 was shut down for a little over an hour. Back open and running now. But these things happen with these streets that are slick. More on the way as we'll get the Scotty Ray Report underway at 7 a.m. Odie is back, and also we'll have a special guest, Greg Chatham, here to tell us about what's coming up.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: